I'm just asking him why he's dismissing it. I don't want people treated differently in here. And if there's a legitimate reason why it's going to be dismissed, I don't have a problem. If they don't have a case, they should dismiss it. But I'm not going to treat people different. So unless there's no violation, unless you've come to the conclusion it should have been written for distracted driving, then so you can either plead to impeding or you can go to the hearing. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I can't have people treated differently in here. I won't do it. So you can either go to a hearing if you don't think you did anything wrong, or you can write it up again as a plea to impeding, and I'll take the impeding, but.
All right, I'll do the pleading to
You
it.
sure that's what you want to do? If you,
I'm not, I don't know. I don't know. I don't usually break the rules.
I'm not saying you do. You seem like a very pleasant lady. But a lot of these people that have been in here don't break rules. I mean, most of these individuals have come in here with very clean records. And they've gotten impeded. And I have an issue with people that are driving or using their phone while driving to begin with. Wait a minute, just let me finish. So that's my issue with it. I see it happen every day and they're floating all over the road and going 20 and a 45. And it's a dangerous, dangerous, dangerous way to drive. So if they don't think, or you don't think that you did anything wrong, that's fine.
Well,
Wait, I want you to listen. I'm not going to get in the middle of this, please. I'm just telling you, I just saw something that said dismiss citation. Unless he sounds like he's not going to tell me a great reason why they're dismissing it. So if he's not, then I'm not taking a plea. I'm not going to dismiss it. So he can either offer you impeding, or you can tell me, Judge, I don't want impeding. That's 0 points too. It won't go on your record. Or if you don't want to do that, you can come back and I'll summon the officer and I'll have a hearing.
I don't want any points on it.
There won't be any points. There's not with distracted either. There's no points with distracted. There's no points with impeding. It doesn't go on your record.
We're scared of our insurance.
Did you hear what I said? I'm not going to try to trick you here. I'm not a jerk. You know what I mean? I'm not going to trick you. There's no points. It doesn't go on your record.
Okay. I'd like to button that up today.
All right. You want to change this? Just change it. Or you can fill out another one that says plea to impeding and I'll call it. Okay, thanks. People against Ivan Rostro. 26W841242. All right, your name, sir? So he's going to have you plead the violate. I'm sorry, have you plead to equipment violation, which is actually a warning that was issued.
Yeah.
And then they're going to dismiss the no proof of insurance, right? To the charge of equipment violation, responsible or not responsible. Please accepted 125, no proof dismissed. You're all set. Amy Mooney, 026B14997. Where's she going? She's got to come in. Amy Mooney? Jason Daniel O'Day, 26F245506. Good morning. Your name?
Jason Daniel.
You're going to plead to impeding, right?
Yes.
Responsible or not responsible to that?
Responsible.
Please accepted, 150. Okay, you're all set. Thank you. Tariq Abdul Qadir Muhammad. Sorry, 26F245664. Your name?
I mean,
All right.
I would say my name.
You're going to plead to impeding, right?
Yes.
Responsible or not responsible to that? All right. 165 is your total. Cash your end of the hall to your right,
Why some people do 150?
because I look at everybody's record.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
All right.
No, I'm just telling you, come on back up here. I don't want there to be any,
Okay.
I look at everybody's
Because I
record.
hear some-
First offense get 150, and it depends how many traffic offenses that they have. And you had, just to be clear here, they had you down for a hazardous action in 25 for speeding too fast for conditions, or 23 rather, and then a failure to yield hazardous action in October of 25. That's why I'm charging you more. Good luck. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Amy Mooney, 26B149795. All right, ma'am, your name?
Ain't even,
Have you had a chance to think about this? You want to plead to impeding?
yes, please.
To that charge, responsible or not responsible? All right, you're all set. 150, distracted, dismiss. Good luck. Thank you. Melena Noel Sterner, 26F245397. I don't know what he means by this. Your name?
Milena Stern.
He just made a note you provided proof of registration renewal.
Yes, because
Was he gonna have you plead to this, or was he gonna dismiss it, or what was he gonna do?
said that was up to you.
I mean, I can cut it down for you, but let me just check something here. Jeez. So you were, I mean, I can cut it down. That's the best I can do. If you want to plead to it, or if you want to go to a hearing on it, whatever you want to do. I can't have people get written a ticket and then go get their plate renewed and then expect it to be dismissed. I just can't do that.
Oh.
Okay? So you want to plead to expired plate? And I'll cut the fines down for you?
Yes,
All right, to that charge of expired plate, responsible or not responsible?
responsible.
And you showed them your proof of registration.
Yes, sir.
And how old are you?
22.
Okay, you're gonna pay more attention to this, right? All right, $85. Good luck. Thank you. All right. People advance. Brandon Ross Pantel, 24B147651. All right. Good morning. Your name? Your name? Program with 8-week follow-up. That's count one. Do you understand the charge? I'm sorry.
Yes, Your Honor.
Count two alleges that you failed to pay your fines and costs as ordered. Do you understand the charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have 3 prior technical violations according to this. Therefore, your probation could be revoked on this and you could be incarcerated for a period of 90 days. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and we're not going to have a hearing or a trial. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you have the right to a lawyer. I'll be happy to provide you with one at public expense. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Would you like a lawyer?
Yes, please.
Okay, so I'm going to enter a not guilty plea. We're going to have a revocation hearing here. We'll set you up with a lawyer. You'll talk to the lawyer, and I think Haynes has our probation
He
done.
does.
So this, you're gonna meet with Mr. Haynes, and Mr. Haynes will come back in here with you, okay, after you guys are done. All right?
Sounds good. Thank you.
Marrying a not guilty plea. Thanks. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this correctly. Nerman Muharreb Salim, 26W841313. Good morning, ma'am. Your name?
That being said,
I'm sorry?
that being said, you're close.
Okay, you're gonna plead to impeding, right? Responsible or not responsible to that? Please accepted, 160 is your total. Okay, have a good day, right down the end of the hall. Thank you. Ally Brown, 26W841284. Good morning, ma'am. Your name? You're gonna plead to impeding. You're gonna slow down, right? You're only 18, you just turned 19. They got you going quite a bit over the speed limit here. Please slow down, okay? To the charge impeding, responsible or not responsible. I'll accept the plea, dismiss the speed 150. Cashier under the hall to your right, you're all set. Good luck. Slow. Isabella Elizabeth Anna Grace Kirksey. 260-647-276. You got several names there. You must be important. You must be important. Your name? You gotta be careful. You had an accident a couple of years ago, right?
Yes, that's correct. My brakes went out and I did.
You're gonna plead to impeding, right?
Yes, that's correct. Sure.
It says failure to yield to that charge of impeding traffic, responsible or not responsible. Please accept it. Failure to yield dismissed. 195. You're all set. Cashier end of the hall to your right. Jordan Lucas Toma. 26. T. Were you your name?
Jaden Lucas Toma.
Were you in front of me earlier
Yes,
on another case?
same case. For the driving.
You pled to impeding, right?
Yeah, but you said no.
You said you didn't qualify.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, you don't fall. I remember now. My mistake. So you want to have an informal hearing, right?
Correct.
Where do you have here, Heather, for me on an informal?
We could do March 17th at 10 o'clock.
Okay. March 17th at 10 will be your court date, okay?
Okay.
You can go down the hall and we'll give you a notice. Any questions?
No, yeah.
All right, we'll see you back here then. Good
Thank you.
luck. Thank you. All right, people against Muhammad Ali. Well, 267840862. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Your name
Mohammed Ali.
was insured November 2 to May 10th of this year. The new car did not show up in system. So it sounds like legitimate. There was an issue. Dismissed motion of the PO. You're all set. Have a great day. Thank you. Your name, ma'am? So we're going to set an informal on this case as well, Heather.
Okay, Judge, we can do March
Where,
17th at 10:15.
March 17th at 10:15. Okay. You can go right down the hall and get your notice, all right? Best of luck to you. Thank you. Cartier. Gage Maximus Cartier. 26F245649. Could I have Angela Crumpton seated at the table up here, my right, your left? Sir, your name,
Hi, Dave, Gavd,
last name?
Cartier, Cartier.
So this is Flat Rock. We can set this for the same time. Heather, March 17th, is that good at 10:15?
Should be.
Yes, Judge.
March 17th at 10:15, we'll give you the notice. You go down the hall and get it. You're all set.
Okay, thank you.
Best of luck to you. Angela Mary Crumpton, 26F245514. So your name? Okay, you gotta keep your voice up for me. You understand that this is not gonna go on your record, right?
Yes. I just went back to work.
Well, I can do that for you if that's the only reason you're requesting an informal. So if you want to plead to, you and I will work out a payment plan. It's 0 points. It's not going on your record. It's impeding traffic. Do you want to do that? So to the charge of impeding traffic, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
Okay, you got to be careful here. All right, I'm going to make it 160. Now you tell me when you can pay this.
This week. Can I do like 2 payments?
Yeah,
Like I get paid every 2 weeks.
pay $80 bi-weekly. When do you get paid next?
This Friday.
I'll give you till Monday to pay. So you're going to have until the 9th to pay 80, and then you pay the rest on the 23rd. If you need more time, no problem. Call the court. We'll go on Zoom. I get it. And
I just went back with her, so I'll be able to pay it fast, but I just went back to work.
I get it. I'm just telling you, I'll be glad to give you an extension if you don't have the money when it comes up, okay?
Thank you so much.
All right, best of luck. Michaela Kelly, 26W841377. Good morning, your name?
McNally.
You're gonna plead to impeding, right? Responsible or not responsible to that?
Responsible.
All right, so they're gonna dismiss the speed. The plead's accepted to impeding 150. You're all set. Cash, you're running the whole right.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so you're waiting on the lawyer. Did you talk to the lawyer yet?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what do you have, sir?
My name's Stephen London. I'm here for a traffic warrant that I had, but I paid it, but I was still.
Hang on, slow down. Did you check in down the hall?
Yeah,
It's a 9:15 show house.
Okay. Do we have that with us?
I'm sure we want.
John?
What was the first name?
London.
Yeah, I never checked in.
He was 5B148094. Mr. London. Your name?
Stephen London.
Where you been?
I was early actually.
I don't mean today.
Oh,
I mean, why didn't you show up? This is from 2025. You were issued the citation back in February of 25. Where you been?
I was unaware. I was asked my family.
He gave you the ticket, right? He gave you the ticket, right?
Yeah, I remember.
Did you call and request a hearing?
Hindsight, I remember he gave me the ticket from that while ago. It slipped my mind.
Slipped your mind. I love when it slips people's minds. All right. You posted a bond, so we can just apply the bond.
Yeah, I was shocked when he told me that I had a traffic warrant.
What do you do for a living?
Working right now, but
Why not?
Sitting.
Why not? You said you're not working right
No,
now?
I'm working right now.
Where?
A warehouse. It's called Wolf Aircraft. It's in Rome.
All right, here's what I'll do. I'll apply the bond to payment of fines and costs. Seems like a nice kid, Heather. Good record. Reduce fines to 180. You sign that over, we'll end up sending you a check for $33. Okay? You got 213.
Appreciate it.
Show up next time.
Definitely.
Good luck. Keep smiling. Smiling is a good thing. Have a good day.
Yeah, me too.
Are you set on yours?
I believe so, sir.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
I know we haven't had a chance to be introduced.
When did you, were you somewhere else before?
Yeah, I did 10 years in Detroit, and I did 5 years from McNally, and then another 10 in Wayne and
And now you're here in the tropical Blackberry.
What's your last name?
Dakota.
How do I spell that?
Jagotka.
All right, well, nice to meet you. Good luck over there. How's things going?
I like it. It's, when I left Wayne, I was starting to get that jaded feeling, but,
Now you've,
it's clicking on all cylinders over there.
good. Well, glad to hear it. Glad to have you here.
The,
Tell the chief I said hello.
yeah, him and I, get along famously, so.
Good.
Good.
That always makes life easier. Thanks a lot. Thanks for your help. That's the illustrious court administrator here. She's filling in for my reporter who's out ill.
Okay.
Judge, I'm gonna find out who the Zoom user is. They won't answer my chat. Zoom
that
user, can I
again.
get your name, please?
Zoom user, we need you to start your video and tell us your name, and then we need to change the name on there. Don't we have that on the instructions, Heather? I know we do. Why do a lot of people show up without their names on? I don't get it. Zoom user. What is your
Yes.
name?
John Caruso.
Joshua Jordan Lazarick, 255-415-022. I'm gonna need Jessica News. Good morning.
Good morning, Howard. It's Mr. Rivera.
Sir, your name again?
That's the last word, Your Honor.
All right, so the charge is fair to refrain from consuming alcohol, testing positive for alcohol through DNA on February the 9th. How is he going to proceed on this?
There you go.
Is that what you want to do, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, so you have one prior technical violation here, it says, so you could get 10 days. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And again, did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights form here today?
I did, Your Honor.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights on the advice of rights, and we are not going to have a hearing of any kind. You understand that?
Right.
All right. To the charge that you failed to refrain from consuming alcohol, testing positive on February 9 of 26. How do you plead?
Guilty or
Did you consume alcohol, say, within the 3 days preceding that date?
yes, Your Honor, the Sunday and my color was going on that.
How much did you drink on Sunday?
Two beers and a sip of wine. Your Honor.
Anybody force you to plead guilty? All right, I'm gonna accept your plea. Your name? What would you like to say, Mr. Haynes?
In the big picture, I think in a lot of way, I think he's compliant and every other aspect has been fast and possible with the days. The prior violation was for a similar issue about 6 months prior. I think this is the one aspect with which he's still struggling. Hopefully going forward, he can get his probation completed and get this part of his life under control as well.
So he's scheduled to come off still on, I think it's, did I give him 8?
I think September 14th.
Right. We tested positive back in September, I think I saw, right? Yes. All right. What else has he done or not done? Did he do his outpatient?
He's compliant in outpatient treatment, he's been compliant the whole time.
It's not helping him though.
We had a conversation about kind of the deeper issues with the drinking. I think he's not totally, kind of come to terms with the fact that he probably should never drink again, kind of thing, and we've had conversations about that. My recommendation moving forward, I mean, he's compliant otherwise, other than the drinking, he was honest about it, it signed the admit form. At this point, he's only testing monthly. I'd ask that we increase testing and possibly have him have us over for a certain amount of time just to keep him more compliant.
Yeah, you gotta stay away from this, okay?
Yes, sir.
Did you tell your therapist about this?
I did, Your Honor. He's been a fantastic therapist. I've been seeing him for way before even the incident. So I've opened up from a lot of things. I mean, also about but although assumption was it was starting to become a huge issue during that time, more back by the time my incident the 2 years before I was part of some of the darkest years of my life, and I was battling with that. Using alcohol depression, I did receive help.
Are you, let me ask you a question. Are you going just once a week to treatment?
I see my therapist bi-weekly, but he is open to seeing him weekly.
I mean,
Your Honor, if I could possibly say, by the time my incident now, I can probably honestly say that I have made a huge improvements physically, mentally, spiritually. That I feel like my old self again back when I was serving my 14.
you were in the Marine Corps.
Yes, Your Honor, for about 9.5 years, and when this finally gets wrapped up, I'm looking to continue on my military career in the National Guard.
My father would have loved you. He was a major. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna order you pay additional costs of $100. You're to be on a SoberLink device until May 1st of 26. You're to serve 1 day on the court work program and pay $35 for that. You're to treat at least weekly. And again, testing is to be weekly. So I'm going to repeat, $100 cost, 1 day court work, pay $35 for that. Be on a SoberLink device until May 1. Treat at least weekly, test at least weekly, and we'll go from there. Okay, so you'll 135, they'll set you up on the court work program day, and they're going to change your color and set you up with the SoberLink, which you have to be on by the end of the day, okay?
Yes, sir.
How long would you like it to test weekly?
Ad infinitum at this point. I just think it's 2 violations. I get the feeling he's struggling September 14th. I mean, I'll tell you what, if he stays clean, I'll suspend it on July the 15th, okay? And then it would be bi-weekly. Okay? All right. Anything else? Any questions? Anything else? Thank you. Good luck. Thanks. Brandon Ross Pantel. 2-4B-147-651.
Your one is that was Brandon and Phil.
I'm gonna need Beth on this one, Jessica. Jessica?
I'll grab Beth. This is Betsy.
Thank you, Pantel. Your name, sir?
Brandon and Phil.
All right, so we have a charge here, and he has, by the way, prior violations, 3 prior technical, failure to register, attend and complete the positive strategies program with 8-week follow-up and failure to pay his fines and costs as ordered. Those are the 2 charges. How is he going to proceed?
Yes, as of the date that the violations were filed, February 11th, he's pleading guilty to those, but I would indicate the situation's kind of correction.
All right, sir, is that what you want to do, is plead guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, if you plead guilty, this will be 5 violations, and your probation could be revoked, and you could be incarcerated for 90 days. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And again, did you understand all your rights?
Yes, Your
You
Honor.
did sign it and read it and understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you plead guilty, you're giving up all those rights, and we're not going to have a hearing or a trial of any kind. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, through the charge that you failed to register for, attend, and complete the positive strategies program with 8-week follow-up. How do you plead?
Guilty.
You failed to register and attend and complete that program as of the date of the issuance of the show clause.
Yes, guilty.
You failed to do that, though?
Yeah.
Is the count 2? That you failed to pay your fines and costs as ordered, the balance owing as of the date of show cause being $465. How do you plead? You failed to pay all your fines and costs by that date.
Yes, guilty.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
I'll accept your pleas to counts 1 and 2. Ms. Wild, your name? Tell me how he's doing real quick.
Other than those 2 violations, he has all his other terms and conditions met, Your Honor, all his other programs. His big issue, I think, overall has been getting through the positive strategies program. He did pay his $515. I'm not sure if council mentioned that, but excuse me, his fines and cost balance. He paid that after the show cause was issued, Your Honor.
How far along is he in the positive strategies program?
He is not in it at all. He informed me that he was having issues with the positive strategies program. We have an equivalent through Class A.
I mean, he was having problems with it, issues with it. What?
I would let him explain, Your Honor, because it's been a year that I've been trying to get him to comply with this program.
Within the last few minutes, I'm not sure if Ms. Wild's got it yet, but Mr. Banfield showed me on the site that he is enrolled, starts on March 7th.
March 3rd, or March 7th, yeah, it's Saturday, 9 to 3.
And I forwarded my brief phone and forwarded the email to Ms. Wiles. So hopefully we got that recorded.
What is the problem with the program?
It was my job. I'm a truck driver, and the other class where they wanted me, I worked all that time. Like, I have 3 people to support, and I was trying to let them know if there's something else I can do, because the class I could only take was like at 6 o'clock at night, and I'm driving. Can't bring the vehicle, can't lose my career. Everything's hard. Like, I worked from, at that point, my schedule was from 3 in the afternoon till 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night, Monday through Friday.
And they only do it at night?
Yeah.
So in that, what we did was we referred him over to Class A that has an equivalent program. They have a one-time program that he could attend and knock it out all in one day. They do the follow-up and everything. I referred him to that. He still didn't get involved in that. So by the time I issued the show cause, he paid for the Class A program. I did receive the receipt that council just indicated. It didn't have the date of attendance on it. I emailed Class A this morning, finding out that he enrolled in it again after the show cause. And I haven't heard back from them to confirm the date. So it does appear that he paid for that alternative program. He's been given lots of options with that. Like I said, it's been a year. So if he's scheduled for March 7th, that's great. But again, this is the 2nd violation for this. His deferred judgment date was February 12th, Your Honor. We've already had it extended once for me to get through these terms.
Hey, you were back in here in August on the failure to attend positive strategies program.
Yeah, I have this.
You didn't tell me anything then about this being so impossible for you to attend, did you?
Yeah, I always.
No, I don't want to know what you told me.
Yeah, I did.
Hang on. So you were telling me you just couldn't do it?
I just said it was hard. I didn't understand how I could do it because I was I'm a truck driver and they only offered that class at night and during my work schedule, I asked my employer if I could change like routes or anything and that was the route I was hired for. I have 3 people to support. We have 1 income and 1 vehicle. It's like I can't lose a job. Like yeah, it sucks, but like my family comes. Can't lose a job for my family.
Mr. Haynes, what did you tell him?
Whatever. But I did sign up for this class. I had it Monday, this Saturday from 9 to 3, the Zoom. I got all my receipts and.
I don't know how I can do anything other than enter the conviction though at this point. I mean, he hasn't, the problem is here that you can only be on that status for 12 months and we're past the date. I've either got to let it go and dismiss the case, which I can't. I can't extend probation. I mean, it just seems to me look, I can appreciate your dilemma.
Very apologize. I was sorry.
Well, I know, but you could, pardon me?
I said, I live paycheck to paycheck.
Most people do.
I know.
Can I see the police report?
Yes, yes.
Just relax, Mr. Pantel. I mean, I'm gonna miss Mr. Eanes when he leaves here. You just does such a good job. I mean, you went and cast a check where you didn't have sufficient funds in the account. This could have been a lot worse. So when you do these kinds of things, this is what happens. I mean, you can't just blow off a court order. I understand you had some issues with your employer, but the positive strategies with 8-week follow-up, when would they have had to explain what days they would do that and times?
The initial program, which is about 3 hours long, they typically do that on either a Tuesday or a Thursday. That would probably be run about 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. or 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. The follow-ups are 1 hour long, and they are typically during the week. I believe right now the follow-ups are on Tuesdays or Wednesdays from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Your Honor. I might be off by an hour on those estimates.
Your employment.
It depends, like.
Well, if you're working,
Schedule.
if you're working 3 to 11, 5 days a week, how much do you make?
Okay, but $800.
After tax. Yeah, I don't really have a choice but to accept the plea and revoke his status, Mr. Eanes. I'll let you say anything, but I don't think I have a choice. I mean, he didn't do the program. And I don't think I would have just ignored his request if we were back here in August or September and he was telling me, hey, it's impossible. I can't do it. I can't get to work. I'll have to quit my job or I'll get fired if I have to go to a positive strategies program. Do you want to say anything else?
Judge, does that mean more the Trump things wasn't filed at that point, or is it gonna be extended?
Well, here's what I'm doing. I'm looking at Heather, I'm looking at this, and I don't think this is on his record. The 771 status is revoked. The conviction's entered. We're gonna set a sentence date. Did you ever go over and get fingerprinted over there at Brownstown like I told you to?
Did that.
You went back in January of 25? Yes?
Yes. All right.
Let me see. I don't know why it's not on his criminal history here. He must have. Heather, I want you to check on the end of this. I'm gonna set a sentencing date.
Okay, Judge.
And you should continue. I just can't. I'll set a sentencing date. We're gonna revoke his status, enter the conviction. And I'll set a sentencing date. And hopefully you'll be well on your way on the program with the Class A Training Center. So let's give him a sentencing date on the, because I'm gonna sentence you anew now. We'll give him a sentencing date, say in April sometime, Heather.
Judge, the
Okay,
new program he's doing is a one-day program. If he attends it on the 7th, he will be done on March 7th. Just
Right.
so that you.
Well, we can do it in March too. I mean, I don't care.
do I do March 31st, Judge?
Sure.
We could do March 31st at 8:45.
Yeah, that's what we'll do. And why wasn't he here back on March the 12th? Or February the 12th? I actually said on February 12th, defendant failed to appear, conviction to remain on record, bench warrant to issue. We issued a bench warrant on February 12th, and then you walked in, it looks like on February 18th. Am I right?
Yeah, I didn't know I had to cure the 12th. I found out that I had a bench warrant.
Okay.
And I didn't know I was supposed to appear.
You go take care of that program. I'm not gonna be overly difficult. You make sure you get the program taken care of, and I'll send you March 31 at 8:30, did you say?
8:45, Judge.
8:40. Okay. You go down, I'll get your notice, and then we'll see you back.
Just a word, March 31st, if he has the program done, you might be looking at closing the summer.
I might find him a little bit.
Anything else to the.
No, I just can't, I can't dismiss, or I can't dismiss the case though. But I might find him, I don't know. I'll have to look at it. Okay?
Thank you.
All right, good luck. All right. Schuman. William Robert Schuman. Two 647-700. All right, your name, sir?
William Schuman.
So you're gonna plead the expired plate, right?
Correct.
To that charge, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
You have a valid plate now? When did you get the plate?
The day after, February 4th.
You gotta be careful. So you were driving around with an expired plate for 10 months.
It slipped my mind. My birthday came and went.
I'll believe you with that, but still, I can't do much for you here. 120 is your total, okay? You can go down the hall and pay that and you're all set. Good luck. Catherine Marie Latola. 26W81286. All right, on
She's on
Zoom.
Zoom.
Okay,
It's taken a
ma'am.
minute for, there she is.
She's got 41286. It looks like A and B, right?
Yes, Judge.
So I don't know which one he's dismissing. Man, you have to start your video or unmute and state your name, please. You have to unmute, ma'am, and tell me your name.
I apologize, sorry.
That's
Catherine
okay.
Latola.
All right, so you're gonna plead the expired plate and they're gonna dismiss the no proof of insurance, right?
Yes, sir.
To the charge of expired plate, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
All right, I'm gonna accept that plea, dismiss the no proof of insurance. Do you have valid insurance now?
Sir, I just had a lot of problems. I actually just ended up selling it back to the previous owner that I purchased it from. It was hard to get him to go to Secretary of State to get a title. It's been just kind of a nightmare, to be honest with you. Hard lesson learned.
All right, I'm gonna accept your plea, dismiss the no proof. 135 is your total. You can go online and pay that today and you're all set, okay?
Is there any chance, sir? I just started my job yesterday. I get paid bi-weekly. Is there any chance I could make that payment next Friday, please?
Sure.
I greatly appreciate it, sir. Thank you for your time.
No problem. That'll be March 16th. I'll give you till the Monday, okay?
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it. I
You're
hope you have a
welcome.
wonderful day.
You too. Good luck, ma'am.
Thank
Bilal Hoffman, 26W841230. All right, your name?
Hello, Hoffman.
All right, so the citation was issued January 8th. It looks like then you filed a motion to set aside the default judgment because you went into default. You posted a bond. I set it for a motion hearing and a department rep hearing. And now it looks like he's telling me you're going to plead to 75 and a 70. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
So I'll go ahead and set aside the default judgment by implication there. He's agreeing to it when he's setting this and sending this in saying plead to 75 and a 70. That's 0 points, but it will go on your traffic record. You understand that? To the charge 75 and a 70, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
Come and accept your plea. This is already on his record. Heather, we're going to make sure that we take this one down to 75 and a 70, please. So remove the conviction and re-enter it as 75 and a 70, and the fines and costs will be what he posted as a bond. That was $175. Okay? So
Okay, Judge.
is that in your name, by the way, the bond is?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, it is. So we'll apply the bond and you're all set.
Thank you, Aaron.
Good luck. Cheryl Ann Doyle, I'm sorry, 263-647-697. Could I have Kingston up here? Ryan Kingston seated at this table on my right and your left. And also Megan Lunsford. Ma'am, your name?
Cheryl Doyle.
So you're going to plead to impeding traffic, correct?
Yes,
That's what you want to do?
yes, sir.
To that charge of impeding traffic, responsible or not responsible?
Response.
You weren't using a handheld device, were you? He just issued a warning.
No, sir.
Huh?
No, I just put my hands behind my back.
It says holding using mobile.
Oh, yeah, the handheld device. Well, see what happened was, I was the light before West Road, and this guy cut me off and almost took off my front end. I had my kids in the car, slammed on the brake. I started following him to try to get his license plate to call the police, and it didn't happen that way. I got a picture of his license plate, and the cop was behind the wheel.
All right, I'll accept your plea. Dismiss the original charge. They didn't charge you with that. They warned you 150, but okay, you're all set. Cash, you're into the hall to your right. Good luck. Ryan James Kingston, 26T647701. Come on up to the podium and tell me your name, sir.
Kingston?
You're going to plead to 1 to 5 over. Is that true?
Yes.
All right. To that charge, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
And you understand that's 1 point, right?
Yeah.
I didn't look at your record, but it looks kind of thick. You've had some traffic tickets, have you?
Got me close that up and keep explaining about, while I'm doing it.
So you had the citation that you're paying is charged, and that's $135. Go down the hall and take care of that, and you're all set. Good luck. Megan Lunsford, 260-647-334. And that's it. Your name? So you're going to plead to expired plate, right? To that charge, responsible or not responsible?
But I was hoping I could maybe plead a case to possibly get the fine waived. I was
I'm
actually,
not gonna waive your fine. I'm sorry. I'll accept the plea. I'll listen to what you have to say, but it was expired for 3 months.
it's my husband and I mixed up our cars. His birthday's October, mine's February. It was 2 days before my.
Do you have valid registration with you now?
Yeah.
I'll believe you.
Then I got it done the day after.
I'll make it 100, okay? All right, so you're all set. Thank you. Quentin Cordell Miller, 260-647, 52A and B. This is your name?
Quentin Miller.
This is improper display of plate. You want an informal?
Yeah, I talked to the officer. We're gonna have a meeting with the officers because I got the light fixed. It was for a.
No, you don't have to explain. I just want to make sure that's what you want. We'll give you an early court date. What do you have here for me, Heather? So
Sorry, Judge, I
actually
was
have
muted. March
That's-
17th, 10 o'clock.
March 17th at 10 o'clock. And that's on both A and B. So you have a defective equipment and an improper display. I'll set those both for informal hearing on March the 17th at 10 o'clock, okay?
Okay.
All right, good luck. You can go down the hall and we'll give you a notice, all right? You're welcome. Is today the second or third? Geez, I keep writing. You know, I'm writing the second on a lot of these accidentally, and it's the third. Yeah, well, like when I write set informal. All right, let me see. All right. John Bruno Caruso, 26T6477750. All right, your name?
John Caruso.
Did they offer you anything on this, or you just didn't want to do this?
Well, no, they did offer me something. I guess I just was trying to plead my case. I was literally 2 blocks away from my house. I'm new to Michigan. I used to live in Michigan. Wasn't aware that there was a law against answering the phone, but I don't normally do that. I normally do hands-free. I was telling the officer I was waiting on an important call. I was at the corner of Grain and West because I purchased an electric bike from Petrie's on Allen Road, which is now closed. And I got a notice that there was a recall due to a defective bolt on the back tire. So I was waiting.
Okay, so let me tell you, did they offer you impeding traffic?
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not a fan of these using mobile device. But you're better off. You don't want this on your record. If they're gonna offer you a plea to impeding, you can't, you
Okay.
know, I'm just telling you, I'm not. I think you might want to go back into a breakout room and talk to them about taking that if you want. I mean, I can't. This is not an intent crime. It's a civil infraction. There's no judge in the world that's going to throw this out because you didn't know about it. I'm just telling you.
Okay. I just thought the fact that I was like 2 blocks from my house when the phone rang, I answered it, but I understand, Your Honor. So
you want to talk to him again about giving the impeding? You don't want this nonsense on your record.
Well, that was, I was going to agree to that. I guess my big concern is, I know there's no points. I'm fine with that. I just didn't know if it was going to affect my insurance rate, which I was.
Impeding will not affect your insurance rate. This being on your record, this operating a mobile device, using a mobile device while operating a motor vehicle does not look good. I'm not going to lie. And I got a pet peeve about it because I see people doing that all the time and they're swerving all over like they're drunk. I'm not sure which is worse.
Right. No,
if you want me to, I'll send you back to them. You can tell them you want impeding if that's what you want to do, or you can have a hearing, but.
No, I'll do the impeding. I'm out of town. I'll be back for a couple days on
Well, that's all right. Let me send you back to them by Zoom. John, take this back over to Trenton, will you please?
Okay.
Just bear with us and she'll put you back into she'll put you back in a breakout room with Trenton, okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
No problem. And then we'll take care of it. Cheryl Noble, 26B149988. How you doing, ma'am? Your name? So you're gonna plead the impeding. It says no injuries medically cleared. And you're gonna plead the impeding, no disabling damage to vehicles. So I'm fine with this. Is that what you want to do, is plead to impeding? To that charge, responsible or not responsible? I'll accept the plea 195 as your total. You can go down the hall and take care of that, okay? Good luck. Mohammed Anwar, 26B149794. Defendant failed to appear, it appears. He's responsible as charged by default. So I'm gonna enter that default judgment. And then I have Marzouk Tina Jalal Marzouk, 26F245478. Come on up here, ma'am. Do I have his office for?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm here.
Oh, come on up. Your name, ma'am?
Tina Mercer.
All right. Officer, your name?
Officer Houston, Flyer Police Department.
So do you want to plead responsible or do you want to have a hearing, ma'am? This is no proof of insurance. What do you want?
Your Honor.
Tell me.
We're gonna go ahead and dismiss it. I told her when I pulled her over, as long as she got her situation handled, I'd be willing to work with her. She said her mother canceled her insurance on her without letting her know.
And I do have insurance now.
Yeah,
You
she
cannot drive a motor vehicle without insurance. You get in an accident with no insurance, you will live to regret it. The insurance company will pay the damage, and if the person's injured, their wage loss, and then they will haunt you like a ghost. You follow me?
I told her, I didn't know she canceled it.
All right, so you're comfortable with this?
Yes, sir.
I mean, I wouldn't encourage you to do this on cases if there is an extenuating circumstances, but I'm presuming that you are convinced of it, and I'll go ahead on your wish, dismiss the case.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Oh, jeez. Heather, who was here for Trenton?
Niece.
Can you
Niece was.
can you call Niece and see if he can come back? Or he can either come back or zoom in from the station as far as I'm concerned. Tell him that the defendant Caruso wants to take the plea to impeding now.
Okay, Judge.
All right. Fernandez, Derek Tan Belda Fernandez, 25W707530. Your name?
Morning, Your Honor. Quick check, you can hear my client. Stands to my left, sir. Can you say change for the record?
Derek Fernandez.
So he's charged with failing to attend the domestic violence program, the one-day program on October 7 of 25. And he's also charged with failing to provide proof of completing, it looks like 31 hours of community service by October 20 of 25. How is he going to proceed?
Your Honor, in this circumstance, you understand that he did not do it within the time provision, so he would not be asking for a contested violation.
So he's going to plead guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is that what you want to do, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you plead guilty here, this would be 3 prior technical violations. Or 3 technical violations. Your 7694A status could be revoked, conviction entered, and since this is a domestic violence charge, you could receive 93 days on this. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you sign, read, and understand an advice of rights form here today? Or not?
Judge, if he hadn't done that earlier, we can go through that.
You are presumed innocent. They have to prove you guilty by a preponderance of the evidence. If you plead guilty, you're giving up all the rights on the advice of rights. You're giving up your contested right to a hearing, your right to question their witnesses, your right to bring in your own witnesses, your right to testify or remain silent, your right to bring in your own witnesses. If you plead guilty, you're giving up all those rights. We're not going to have a contested hearing. Do you understand that?
Yes.
As to count 1, for the charge you failed to attend the domestic violence program, how do you plead?
Guilty, Your
You
Honor.
failed to attend the one-day domestic violence program on October 7 of 25.
Guilty.
Did you fail to attend that program on October 7th of 25?
Yes.
Is the count two that you failed to provide proof of completing 31 hours of community service by October 20 of 25? How do you plead?
Guilty.
You failed to do that by that date?
Yes, sir.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No.
Accept your pleas.
I have that police were taken on this back on December 4th. He pled guilty to count one and we dismissed count two. He did provide proof of completing community service and it was done prior to the due date. It was
Hang
not
on a second. Oh, I see. Yeah, he didn't show up for sentence.
Yeah, there was a situation, so you had ordered him to come back for a sentencing date on January 6th. You ordered him to get a job and provide proof of mental health treatment. He never showed up and then he went for warrant status.
Why not?
He was hospitalized, Your Honor, from January 13th to January 29th.
Okay, well, why didn't he come in this last month?
I spoke with him, Judge. I think that he had some trepidation, but he did come in on his own volition today.
Do we have the health records?
So I did get proof from Team Wellness that he is back engaged in treatment.
But he was in treatment?
I didn't have proof that he was in treatment before. My concern is that between the last time he was seen with Luke and now, is currently under investigation with Brownstown for terroristic threats. So there's been a lot that's been going on between when he was last seen and now turning himself on his warrant. So things are still pending. Charges haven't been placed yet. They're still searching and investigating that. Last time they talked to Brownstown, which was about a week or two ago, but I'm concerned there's some deeper things that are going on here with Derek.
And you dismissed the failure to complete the 31.
Yeah, so he completed it.
Dismissed that on December 4th.
He completed them at ChristNet. ChristNet emailed me and said it was their fault. They thought they sent it over and they forgot to. He did complete them in time and they were supposed to send it over, but they didn't.
Is somebody here with you?
Yes, my dad is here.
Terroristic threats to who?
He, if you want me to read, this is what I received from the police. He was posting threats on X, which is now was Twitter, and was tagging federal law enforcement agencies. The threats included blowing up ICE agents' neighborhoods, sneaking bombs onto planes, and possessing child pornography on his phone. Officers and TSA agents went to his home on January 29th. They ended up committing him to the hospital because he fought with police. They were then executing search warrants at that time, Your Honor.
He has not been charged.
He's not been charged as of yet. I emailed them back about 2 weeks ago. The officer stated that they're still under investigation at this time.
I've tried to be understanding with you, sir, in the history that you have. I'm really trying to be understanding, but and I don't want you to talk about that case, you've not been convicted, you've not been charged. In all honesty, it's inappropriate for me to take that into consideration as of this point. Do we have the proof? I'm sorry. I think you said you proof that he's attending treatment again.
Yes, I just received a letter from his therapist. I believe it's.
We don't have proof that he did the inpatient. Correct? He was inpatient, right?
Yes, he was hospitalized inpatient from the 13th to the 29th.
I don't have proof of that. All I know is that at the end of January, he was committed for sure based on what I received from the police. But I don't know for how long he was there. I don't have proof that he was committed that day.
Sometimes judges. What is that? Is it still in there? Or is that trains beating each other? I don't know how I want to proceed here. I've got to think it through. I've accomplished nothing here today. All I did was reiterate that a plea was taken back on December 4th. I'm not very happy that he didn't show up on December 4th under the circumstances. I can let that go. Sir, no violations of law.
Okay.
No violations of law.
Yeah, yes, thank you.
Can't violate laws. I'm going to assume you didn't do this, and I'm talking about what she's saying. Threats. Very bad. Very, very, very bad. My inclination right now is to revoke his domestic violence 7694A status, enter the conviction. But I don't need to make a big rush into this. I'm going to adjourn the sentencing again for a couple of weeks. Let's give me a date, Heather. The end of March. No violations of law, sir. Do we understand that?
Yes, John, I understand.
Do March 31st at 8:45.
Again, I cannot reiterate enough how inappropriate it would be to sentence him based on a violation of law when he hasn't even been charged with it. And that's what's kind of throwing me here, but it scares the devil out of me when I hear these kinds of things. We don't get to threaten people, and nobody should be able to do that. And that's that. I'll give you that date. Go down, get your notice. No violations of law is a condition of your bond. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, I understand, John.
I want to make sure. Do you understand what I'm telling you?
I understand, no violation, or no.
And you keep going to mental health treatment. You understand that?
I understand.
Thank you. John Bruno Caruso, 26T647750. Sergeant Neese.
Yes, Your Honor.
name?
Sergeant
Your
Neese,
name?
Trenton Police Department.
Mr. Caruso, your appearance?
I'm
Mr.
here,
I need your name again.
John Caruso.
All right. So Sergeant, I think he wants to take the impeding, and he said that you offered that. Is that true?
I did, and he has indicated that to me in this meeting, Your Honor, the second meeting.
Okay, so is that what you want to do?
That's fine with me, Judge.
To the charge of impeding traffic, Mr. Caruso, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
All right. You'll probably not talk to me again, even though I've known you for years, because I just don't like these. $200. I'll give you time to pay if you need it.
Well, Your Honor, he had lowered it to, I thought at 155.
No. You guys got to quit. If you told him that, Sergeant, you got to not be telling people what I'm going to fine him. I got my own little calculations going on in here. I can't just charge 155. And somebody else was telling somebody 135 today. I just don't do that. I'm sorry.
Well, I certainly didn't tell anybody 135, and I was unaware of anything
I'm
beyond
not saying it
155.
was you. I don't know what department rep it was. But I can cut these down, but I can't do better than this. This is what I've been charging everybody. So I can give you a week or so to pay if you need it, but that's the best I can do.
So $200.
Yeah, I can give you till March 10th. You want March 10th?
Yes.
Okay,
Wait
I'll give you.
a minute. I'm coming back on Thursday. What's Thursday?
Tomorrow?
No, Thursday. Okay, yeah, I can pay it on Friday, so I'm good.
And you can go right online too on 33court.com with your case number if you'd like. And Sergeant, I wasn't casting aspersions. I'm just telling you, I sometimes hear, and I don't know who they're talking about. The officer told me that they should not be doing that back there. I'm not saying it's you. But they should not be doing that back there. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you,
Have a
Judge.
good day.
You too.
Thanks, Mr. Caruso.
Thank you.
Pat. Noah Sebastian Spack. 25F243546.
Good morning, Your Honor. Mr. Chairman, today we have my client who approaches.
Your name, sir?
Noah Schback.
Where you been? I hate this. Mr. Does he stand mute? Wait, formal reading.
Yes, Your Honor.
What caused you to come in here today and take care of this? Can you
Your
tell?
Honor, he was pulled over and he was brought to his attention to get an outstanding case.
Where do you work, sir?
I work at the taco stand, my family's company.
Where's the taco
He's
stand?
in Garden City Judge, he's a manager there.
Gotta show up. You knew you had the ticket. They handed it to you, right? Right?
Yes, sir.
What'd you think he did? Throw it in the basket? Come on, grow up. How old are you?
24.
Well, act like it. At least you walked in. $500 personal bond. You cannot leave the state without consent or violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. I'm going to give you March the 19th at 9:30 as your court date, sir. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions?
No, Your
You're going to, if you want a court appointed going forward, you're going to have to fill out a petition for one, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck. Mr. Riney, did somebody take care of you?
Judge?
Not
Yeah,
yet.
he was scheduled for an informal. Brownstown is done and Officer Lyles did not appear for it.
Who didn't appear?
Officer Lyles was on this one, and Brownstown, I am told, has gone out of the building, and Officer Lyles never appeared.
Was it an informal?
Yes, we reset him from a few weeks ago. Mr. Riney was here, and this was set for an informal for today.
Do you have Justin Riney?
Yes.
Just wait a second. I'm asking.
I don't have a file. There was given.
Where's the file at?
Formal, you would have it. Remember, an officer gave you an informal.
That was the,
What's that?
that was Noble and Aguilar.
This courtroom moment started like any other case. Just another defendant standing in front of the judge, dealing with fines he never paid. But as the judge looked deeper, frustration started to build. You didn't pay anything, and you didn't even come talk to me? The defendant tried to explain. No steady job, therapy, struggling to get his life together. But the judge wasn't buying excuses. This was a 2023 case, still dragging on, and patience was running out. Then, suddenly, everything changed. Even after saying, "You don't deserve a break," the judge made a surprising decision. He gave him full credit for time served and closed the case right there. But the message was clear. You're 39. You've got to grow up. So, what do you think? Was this fair justice, or did he get lucky? Like, subscribe, and follow for more real courtroom moments.